This show every night, Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. The Pan-African Beat Show.
Yes, massive wagwan. And to Robinson, the Jamaican brother there. Reaching out to all the massive on the African continent. And you're tuning to the Pan-African Beat Show with your host, none other than Joey. From Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. And to Robinson, don't forget to big up massive.
Check no pilas na ba presidente extra kaline ke bawa shoka madam na te koka nish na hosna la mata ore so pisasa kita boleh sama sa bisa jaya sa check no pilas na ba presidente extra kaline ke bawa shoka madam na te koka nish na hosna la mata ore so pisasa Kipabulay sa mameksa Kipabulay sa mameksa Panana waki wafa Wafana waki wana Panana waki wafa Wafana waki wana Panana waki wafa Wafana waki wana Kipabulay sa mameksa Kipabulay sa mameksa Panana waki wafa Wafana waki wana Panana waki wafa Wafana waki wana Kiwashini waspa Hakiweta waspa Kupapa mikana Bagila saka kaupa Usanza mutasa Nakantana bana Nakantana bana Skimile de las namba Kiri kai kafa kai kafa Kiri kai kafa kai kafa Kiri kai kafa kai kafa
Yes, welcome family. Karibuni Sana. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope you're having a wonderful time wherever you are listening to, whatever the time is on your end. Karibuni Sana to the Black Fire Network radio station, media for the 21st century. My name is Joby. To amazing first-time listeners, subscribers, our returning streamers, we appreciate you for being part of this amazing network that is about uniting Black people no matter where you are at. My name is Joby once again, and I hope you guys are doing amazing. Karibuni Sana katika kipindi kingine cha Pan-African Bliss. It is exactly 4 minutes to 12:40, rather 36 minutes past 12 p.m. And I hope you guys are doing amazing. Karibuni Sana once again. Tap the like button wherever you are streaming live with me from. And of course, follow me in case this is your first time right here. We do have different shows aired every single day from 8 a.m. till 11 p.m. That is the latest. And of course, we do have amazing playlist that is on our radio station. You can only find that on the Google Play Store by downloading it. And in case you have an iPhone, you also have no excuse. Just go to www.blackhotfirenetwork.com and you'll find us right there, and you'll be able to actually listen to me even right now because I'm streaming live on every of our platforms. I'm speaking of Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, on the radio itself. For our Rumble users, or rather our Rumble followers, we literally apologize. I don't know what is really happening on my end of Rumble. I'm not able to set up the show, but I hope I shall be able to figure that out because I cannot understand what is going on. But nonetheless, I hope you can be able to catch up with the show in case they upload themselves automatically. That was Pabi Cooper featuring the one and only Focalista. And of course, I hope you guys enjoyed that banger. The name of the jam is called Chop And I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Karibuni Sana to everyone also with me on TikTok. I see Edna, I see Nish in the building, I see Regan in the building, and to everyone who's tuned in right here. Karibuni Sana. Tap the screen, follow the host, and mniambie mnanisikizia kutoka maeneo gani. Also see user 27, Karibu Sana to the Black Financial Credit Station. I'll be getting back to one more banger. This is Amaniki Niki by the one and only Come On Fella. And once I can't keep calm because she's just about, she's just about to release another banger. And personally, I love me some Common Fella. I just can't wait to see what she's all about. She's grown. I'm proud of her. And actually, the reason why I love Camo so much is because the moment she began singing and the moment I discovered her music is the same time I think I also landed my job. And it's been the growth for me. I'm seeing her growth as much as hers is way bigger. It's still, I'm still motivated in a very, very bigger way. And I'm really, really, I love her voice. I love her attitude. I love everything about Come On Fella. She's just dope. If you know me, I love me some South Africans. So you know what's up. Yes, and of course, I'll be coming back with the quote of the day. Remember to also pin your comment in case you have anything motivating, anything positive. Yes, and for discussion today, I'll be sharing a video. Kagame has something to say about our puppet, about him being a puppet. So stay tuned till the end of the show and see and find out what's up. I am a nigga, I shit, I chicken, I beef, I am a nigga, I shit, I chicken, I beef, I am a nigga, I shit, I chicken, I beef, I am a nigga. Yes, and my quote of the day today says, be confident in your plan that you don't even get upset anymore when things don't go your way. And that's on period. On your confidence, where the confidence, wear it like a crown, hold your head up, hold it high up, let them see that forehead, let them see the confidence in your eyes. Hey, that is Amaniki Niki playing right here on the Black Network Credit Station. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Hope you're having a wonderful time. And of course, Karibuni Sana once again to the Pan-African Bliss episode of today. My name is Joby. To our first-time listeners, 41 minutes past 12 p.m. right here in the 254. I don't know where you're listening to me from, but that was the time on your end, and I'd love to hear what's the time in case this is your first time right here. Karibuni Sana once again, everyone on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and on the radio station. And to those who shall be catching this on a replay, and to our amazing subscribers, our amazing, comments lefters, I don't know how to call them, but those who do leave comments, on my shows, I appreciate you, Manze, and thank you. There's someone, like I said yesterday, who said I should correct my intro, but apparently that's the intro we have for all of our shows, and there's no way we can minimize it. So that's how we do the intros of the show. You can just fast forward it if you feel like the intro is too long, and just see what's up. But I do appreciate, you leaving your sentiments over there. And of course, for you checking out what the Pan-African Bliss episode of Every Day is all about. But anyway, Karibuni Sana, like I said today, I'll be sharing a video about Kagame. I don't have much to really speak on, but I did actually find something amazing to speak on this about our puppets. I know this is what we discussed actually yesterday. Again, every single day it feels like a repetition of discussion because we're always debating about the same stuff, the same thing. Yesterday on the Africa Today show, we did talk about all the African puppets. That is what we were basically focusing on. We spoke a lot, and on my previous shows, most of them, I think I've spoken about the oppositions, how we've come to find that these people are funded. They have no goal of making the change for the people like the way they claim to be, because that is the role of the opposition leader. But apart from the opposition, what's up with the puppets? Because that was last week. I think it was last week or on Monday. We discussed again about Samia Suluhu, and she came out being scared about what is going on in the West might affect her, because she knows she's doing what she's not supposed to be doing. What Kagame, not Kagame, but Magufuli was trying to block for the longest time is what she's allowed to happen in the country. And this is what you see that she's scared of, because Tanzanians know the way, the Western people are meant to damage the African lives, because Kagame had enlightened them. Thank you so much for the gifts. That is the Joker audio. Thank you so much. I appreciate. And Karibu Sana. I also see Keith in the building. Karibu Sana. And to everyone who is with me on TikTok. I also see Maxi T. Karibu Sana to the Pan-African Bliss. My name is Joby, in case this is the first time right here. But yes, about Samia Suluhu, we've seen that she was scared. And of course, Kagame last week, we saw him changing about 80 something military, and this is because they are scared of them being overthrown and everything. What are you trying to protect? What power are you protecting? I mean, you're already old. What is it that you're scared of? And shout out to Museveni. Museveni already knows his hold, and of course he's not scared to talk. But these other puppets are way too scared, because again, we've not even been taught something about the death itself and the fear that it has been projected towards us and how it is not real. But let me share my screen very quickly in case you are on TikTok. Kindly, you will, if you don't mind, go to our YouTube channel that is under the Black Fire Network 2. Subscribe, then utakuwa able kuona chenye na share hapo with the rest of the family. So kindly, if you want to see, rather, if you can pay attention also to the audio, kindly. Good morning to you too, Keith. That is from your end, but good afternoon from here. I hope you are doing amazing this morning. I hope you've had a wonderful night. Karibu Sana. Karibu Anthony Munya, Karibu Majority Mkuze wengi.
See here, this is the kind of infrastructures we have in the richest continent in this world. Who are supposed to be blamed for this?
Look at the bridges people are crossing. I mean, this is a bridge. This is your risk. You are risking your life, everything about you. These are the bridges. These are the bridges our African people are using. This is what we are using. Anyway, I don't want to get started. Let's just continue. It's just so sad.
And then I don't even want to blame, the rest of the world. First, independence was from colonialism.
So this Kun, let me just highlight a little bit on what this video is talking about. This Kun you see right here on your screen, Rather Kagame, if you are around this, shout out to you. This guy has made a big change in the country. Rwanda looks very superb. It looks beautiful. But you can't literally make that beauty up. Where did the resources and all that money come from? How is it that the rest, like the same way Kami asked, how is it that the rest of the African country, apart from South Africa, don't look like Rwanda? There's a smart Kun over here. And after him beautifying his country, getting rid of tribalism, this is how he comes and blames the rest of the puppets on how they have helped, the nations to not be developed, but to continue being underdeveloped. I mean, let's listen to our Kun.
So after colonialism,
I understand why he's friends with Museveni right now. I mean,
when we got independence, there are people who are being fed. And so I don't want to blame those people. I want to blame ourselves. I want to blame us. How do we keep in this state of affairs? So the industry developed, something else associated with it. Some at that time.
Nah, Keith, your science is not working, so thank you.
Were, of course, being taken to Europe, to Belgium, to France, to UK, to Canada, wherever, to study and become, good Africans. But at the same time, they were really good Africans gaining these capacities, but groomed and to feel good about being associated with the same people.
I mean, isn't this what we've been talking about? I love the way he said it. If you paid attention, if you paid a keen attention to what this guy just said, is what we've been discussing for the longest time. When it comes to these puppets, they just want to fit in. They just bear the names. The only thing they carry is the names, and he just said it himself. You just want to feel some type of way. You just want to fit in, and all that nonsense he's saying. You just want to feel superior. You're trying to fit in a cracker's. You want to suck a cracker's dick, to fit in. This is what he's telling us. I mean, is this why they keep on allowing LGBTQ, the carbon emission we see, the what mandates, the lockdowns? I mean, this is the reason why you want to keep on monitoring African people so that you can fit in. He just said it. Kagame just said it. These people are groomed. And apart from being groomed, there's some type of way you want to feel, or you're recognized, this person, you're recognized, you work with these people. Let me continue. You'll say it actually.
You always, even currently, you say, oh, this is anti-West. This is, this is a Western. Even before when one of us becomes a leader on our continent, he says, how is he with the West? Yeah, how is he? Is he our person? There is no question of saying, is he an African, a good African, who is changing, the lives of these people?
Wow, isn't it funny how he's talking about how we need to question about Africans? Well, this person, I was just checking the rate of how many Congolese people have died just within this year. What's the number of how many people have died in Congo this year? But you know what? Of course, Google won't give me facts. But among them, that was just last month. Last month on 7th of May, we had over 100 people who died because of floods. Floods caused by probably them, of course. Because why don't we have proper water drainage? What happened to the water proper drainage that we used to have when we could have massive rains? We never used to have these floods, all this biblical bullshit written. I've seen rain, but I've not seen people dying of floods if there's enough or proper water drainage. They are the cause of the so many lost lives of African people. But you're discussing about Africans. You've been killing massive of Congolese people so that you can develop your country, but you're not talking about Africanism, Pan-Africanism. Okay?
People.
I mean, I don't understand. And this is how you understand. I've never seen any Rwandese. Do you guys copy these? There's no Rwandese. Or we've not seen even Rwanda people. If they are reacting, I bet maybe on the comments. But there's no any Rwanda people actually saying anything about what is going on in Africa. And I bet they know there's 1, 2, 3 people who are linked to information. This is what is going on in Africa. And we also do demand a change. But this country, because it has been kept and you cannot speak anything. It is under dictatorship where you cannot and you do not have freedom to speech. Nobody is talking. Because I'm like, you want to tell me people do not understand this Zakun? Rwanda people do not know this Zakun. The same way we know Uhuru was Zakun, Ruto is Zakun. They are all clowns working for the white people. You want to tell me there's no Rwanda, no Rwandese getting and picking any information of what is going on, especially if you travel. Especially if you do get the chance to travel. It's crazy. But anyway, we continue. It's funny, This guy just makes speeches But nobody comes from his country to criticize him. The same way you see from Kenya, you see Kenyans reacting towards what's going on in, maybe like we saw yesterday, the Africa Climate Summit. You've seen most people coming out and demonstrating. We've had activists, we've had defenders of the mission, the agenda, and all that. We have different people, but in Rwanda, this is just a different state, a different situation in here. It's crazy. When I say Keith is saying they are not allowed to talk in Rwanda, Joby, at all. But till when? This is another form of dictatorship that we cannot allow to continue. That is what we're talking about. That is another form of dictatorship that they have placed here. You're supposed to be having freedom to speech as journalists, as a citizen. You are allowed to talk about what affects you in your country, what does not work for you, and what you see in areas that require a change. You are allowed. I've never even seen Rwandese demonstrate. I so swear, I've never seen anywhere Rwandese are demonstrating. Today, Rwandese woke up demonstrating they want to overthrow or they want Kagame out. The Rwandese people are demonstrating because of the cost of living. I wonder why. Oh, because this Coup who's speaking here, the perfect speech about the other puppets, is the main reason. I mean, we love to see it, Big up to Simon Mukota, Karibuni Sana. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. I also see you say, from Charlie Bongo, designed Mutunda, Moist Bridge, Kakagame County tuned in. Okay, thank you for tuning in. And I see Keith is saying that Kagame is a dictator that doesn't allow free speech in Rwanda. He has to go. And this is why you see he's scared and he's changing the militaries. He has to go.
So, and then this leadership
of
the leaders to be dealing with it.
If you see my screen, you can see that he's quoting leadership. I mean, now it's leadership. I thought it's been leadership, wide open. Now it's leadership in quotes. It's so amazing. It's in quotes now, you guys. Like leadership. Oh, okay.
Got caught up in this transition.
What transition?
From the colonial times, independence times, and somehow what is African got lost in between.
I mean,
and even when they are saying, is he a good leader? Or is he, yeah, because you are a good leader in as far as you can be associated with the West. Not with...
Okay, you are a good leader so long as you can be associated with the West. But you're not a good leader if you are associated with your own people in your own continent. Is that what this guy is trying to tell us? Because he began by saying, these people or them, they are groomed to become leaders. And again, they'll accept it because, they just want to fit in, He said it feels good, to sit in, walking around, Biden, Trump, Kamala Harris, come on, Macron, I'll be chilling with these people, the big boys. Okay. The big boys.
Africa.
It's funny, I tell you.
Now, if what I'm saying might even not be accurate.
It's not accurate. From
then
the page.
Why do we have everything on this continent?
I mean, he asked, why do we have everything in this continent? Let's continue.
Actually, leaders were educated and informed and gone through all kinds of challenges. We have the resources, we have...
So he said, we have everything in Africa. Because I think he's murmuring, you guys, most of you. I know most of the people in the chat will always come and say, you can't get these cool Negroes, these old, so-called leaders in Africa. They don't even open their mouth to say anything. At this point, if you can literally look at his mouth, he can't even open his mouth. The way they are used to telling people, I do not want you to talk about anything that I do. They won't open their mouths wide open like that. It's now, we've been groomed. Is murmuring. Literally, his mouth is halfway opened. We've been groomed, you know. They will only call you a good leader if you're associated with the West. We have the resources in Africa. And then, I mean, you know that, Kagame, but what have you helped your people? Not just the Rwanda people, because you're mentioning about us focusing on being Africans first. That is what he's literally talking about. Because this video is him defending what is going on in Niger. Basically, what is happening in the West. He's speaking facts when it comes to, yes, we have the resources. But I mean, isn't this guy part of him operating with the West to be seen as a good leader, you know? As a good leader, as he quoted, to be killing people in Congo to develop his country. And of course, as he develops his country, he's still helping the West to get their resources, you know? We've seen so many videos of how he's been, you know, blaming the Congolese government. The Congolese government throws the, you know, it's been a back and forth, you know, speeching. Back and forth, word, back to back, Rwanda, Congo, back to back. The president saying this, but the civilians have something different to say. We saw the video shared of that woman from Congo. She came out and said, we have the rich, we have the most resources in this country. And we know the world knows. And this is why they are here. And Rwanda, oh, I'll share that towards the end, but let's continue because, you know, it's funny how these people think there's no facts, articles that have not been pulled about them. But apparently, through their mainstream media, which promotes lies, we dig the truth. You know?
And some are even characterized as being...
But I think it also is saying that he's scared puppet that's supposed to have turned the country over to someone else. Exactly. That is in 2034. It is just crazy. It is just, I mean, you are in Kenya, we're supposed to, our future is in 2038. I mean, talk about that, you know. We are planning to create a nuclear plant in 2038. I'm going to be having babies, yo.
Democratic and this, that. But it has not delivered this change I'm talking about. And we are there on our watch. And then there are troubles as of that time and that are similar as to those we have today. We have tribes fighting each other. We have
it gets into it.
People saying, you know, even for the same country. But when it comes to...
We have tribes fighting against each other. I mean, this guy understands what happened in his country. How many people died in Rwanda? How many people died in Rwanda so that for him to get rid of the, you know, tribalism that the way he did? Why didn't he let, you know, this is what we're talking about. And actually it starts with the East African community. This guy is part of the East African community. So is Congo. So is Kenya. So is Uganda. So is Tanzania. So is Burundi. So is Ethiopia. Oh, we saw Somali. Which other country? They're supposed to be around 8. I mentioned 7. One is missing. I bet Eritrea, I'm not sure. But those are the ones I know. He is part of the East African community. And I remember last week there's someone who said, on the chat, I think it was Danny, that East Africa, we have a very thin, we have the best opportunity of uniting, creating our own currency, however way we can, before we get into the rest of the African countries. We have a very big opportunity of uniting and letting go of these borders just within the West African community. And actually shout out to Ruto, because I saw him saying that he is inviting people for, you know, to travel visa free. He's telling people to consider coming to the country visa free. And I bet he's speaking about, I'm not sure, he's not mentioned which countries, but I bet he's mentioning about the whole nation. But I've seen, let me see, the restrictions avoid visa wishing a few countries, including Eritrea, Djibouti, Comoros, Republic of Congo, and yeah. So he's inviting people to travel in the country without visas, which is amazing. The next thing we should be focusing on is also the passports. We need to get rid of them. But my point is, this guy was very clever. These are very clever puppets who got rid of tribalism in his country and made it very strict. But he didn't advise his fellow dictators, his fellow puppets to do the same. He did not. But now he comes out and speaks on how tribalism is making people kill each other. I mean, isn't this what they have been projecting? Isn't this what we've been seeing? And this actually happens majority because the puppets pay most of these young people to go and cause chaos and make it look like it's all tribal. It's crazy. It's even happening right now in Kenya. With this rap battle, it's sad that we see most of us are taking it so serious to the point when it's now an abuse. It was all about just music competition, but now African people, we're taking things so serious to the point it's now throwing shades on each other, throwing shades on the other border without thinking we are African first. Anyway, they call it entertainment, isn't it? We see.
Embracing those outside who feed us, want to be seen to be good to us, then you understand what follows.
When I'm trying to understand what Mr. President is saying, when it comes for Africa to take responsibilities and charges of our own affairs, there are those who want to be better to those who feed us. And this is the big problems. We see, for instance, in Mali, Guinea, Niger, when the people went out and say no to France, there are those who are in the side of France and saying these people of Mali, of Guinea, of Burkina Faso are too wrong. They must do this and this.
Exactly. I mean, we see Tinubu. Tinubu just said last week that we should give these people 9 months. Tinubu. I mean, it's not even the EU and the EU. It's Tinubu. Your fellow African puppet. No, your fellow African leader. Your fellow African. Giving you a measurement of how you should rule your country while they are actually dictators. You should go and overthrow. If actually this can work, I don't know if it's possible, but if this was possible to invade in another country and take over, Niger should go the same way, and Burkina Faso should come taking over. This is actually the way we can form one president. If that could be possible, and where the military is going to agree, we are in support of what this one person is doing. We're going to get rid of all these puppets, and we're going to appoint one president for the continent. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm saying if it was possible, this would be marvelous. Because there's no way Niger, Nigeria, they were just one country divided by these crackers. But now we have a difference, or rather they have a difference. You are in one continent, the same color, same cultures, everything the same. But no, you are different because of the borders. And you are once united. But your neighbor tells you that I'm giving you 9 months. We are approximating 9 months for you to, see how you're going to rule the country and all that. Bro, I'm supposed to come and take over your house. I'm supposed to overthrow you and show you how to rule your house, or how to take care of your house, because you can't. Okay? Sometimes, and this is how you see, maybe we have to go the European way. Okay? At some point with these crackers, we'll have to impose the European characters. We'll have to wear the characters of these crackers at some point. The same way they have been able to take care of our houses, these puppets, we'll have to get rid of them and take care of their houses, because they won't. I don't know if you've gotten my point, but I hope you have what I mean. Niger, if the junta or the junta can overtake Nigeria, this would be amazing. Because one, this country was once united. It was divided by these crackers. We're talking about tribalism, which Kagame just mentioned, which is what they use as a weapon to keep on killing and genociding Africans. I don't know if it's possible, but I hope if it was possible, it should be possible. It should be possible. I don't see why it is impossible. It should be possible to overtake the rest of the African countries. We should allow it to happen. So long as we support these people who are doing it and it's being done correctly, not all the bullshit going on in Gabon. Shout out to Dr. Arikana. She also figured out the coup in Gabon is all a fall. It's all just lies. But anyway, we continue. Big up to Trapo Entertainment, Karibu Sana.
But the same people who went out and say colonialism is bad, they demand the unity of this.
Sister Joel in the building, Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing amazing. Sister over there, and you're saying absolutely, Joby. Paul Kagame, Rwanda, Prime Minister, recently accepted millions of dollars from Britain to accept millions of white albinos, East European, who now consider as people of color. Come on. They're going to be killed. Do you know funny shit? Do you know we have albinos being killed in Africa? They're going to be killed. They're going to, not killed. They're going to be loved. They're going to be given a lot of love. A lot of love. We have some African people in the continent who believe if you cut these albinos, it's albinos you're speaking about, right? If I'm not wrong. Albinos, yeah. There are those who believe these people have plenty of money, their eyes, their hands, probably everything. We're talking about body organ harvesting. Okay. This guy, Kagame, I don't know, I think it was in Malawi. In Malawi, it is dangerous. This does not, the albinos' lives there actually are, it is in Malawi. The albinos there live in fear. I don't know. It's just crazy, but we're going to see. Now we're talking about, this is the vice versa of everything. We're talking about how we have the fake aliens invading America, and now we have the albinos now invading Africa. Crazy. Shout out to Wallace, Karibu Sana. Hope you're doing great. I see Kitty is saying that I think the High Court of Nigeria has ruled that Tinubu has stolen elections and is not the president. That's nice. I've not seen that yet, but that's amazing. That's some good news over there because, of course, it is facts, and that is facts. Nothing but just facts. I also see you're saying that no, Joby, she's talking about white people coming to Rwanda from Britain. Exactly. She called them albinos, though. Yeah, Albanians. Okay, I don't know if albinos, Albanians, but anyway. We should not be having these people. So you can see that clearly he's still a coon who's trying to make some perfect speech because he's scared of being overthrown. He wants to make his people believe, you can see I've made your country develop. I got rid of tribalism unlike the rest of the African countries. It has helped you, right? You see, there's not been any other apartheid since I don't know when, trying to look cool in a suit. These puppets are really good at it. I mean, they're well groomed, like he said,
This continent, our resources must be.
That's a lunch stays in mind, I can't mind even some piece of chicken, I love me some chicken, so I wouldn't mind some piece of chicken, Wallace. Thank you.
Protected when someone coming and starting to protecting the resources, automatically they change.
They embrace them.
So what do we want as Africans? Because we have seen when someone coming, a good person who is protecting our resources, who trying to push back those who exploit us, and yet we turn around and say, this person is dictator, this person is not good, and we move to the side.
I mean, I'd love to correct this brother. Sometimes I love his videos, but this guy sometimes he's always speaking shit. I mean, you guy, which president? Okay, fine. Which leader have we had apart from, of course, and they don't last. Okay, because I think the one you're trying to speak about is Gaddafi from Libya. Gaddafi was the only person who he saw his people turned against him. And we've been having the same fears of, if in case we trying to actually install democracy, the real democracy, our people, I hope, they're not going to be influenced in any way to turn against the real democracy, not the fake democracy, but the real democracy. Like they say, the same way we saw what happened in Libya. But this guy said, every time we have a real president, every time we have a true Pan-Africanist, he's always pushed back by his people, you know, and he's trying, which, thank you for the roses. Thank you for the gifts, Wallace. Yeah, which president, which leader have we seen standing by his people? And him, which leader have we seen clearly? And because personally, I've not pushed any leader back who's standing by his people. Are you talking about Ruto? No. Uhuru? No. Kibaki? No. Jomo Buhari? Nelson Mandela? All the legend. And a lot that they speak about. Come on, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. These guys just get fucked. But I see Joel is saying that Rwanda will soon be overturning with millions of white Albanian refugees who's all awaiting departure to Rwanda in the millions and all being classified as people of color. While we cannot agree to this, we cannot. We're talking about the same situation Idi Amin was trying to fight some years ago, and you can see they destroyed the image of Idi Amin just because he was trying to do right by his people. He was trying to do right by his people. And they'll continue doing this. We cannot continue being loving and accommodating. African people, you need to ask yourself, where's the land that they are going to sit on while we have majority of the African people in poverty? Where is that land that they are going to be provided to sit on that African people have never gotten for the longest time? The first questions need to start applying. We can't keep on looking at these people keeping us in poverty like it's just a normal thing again. We want to keep on waking up Africans. Oh, you're meant to live in shit. Africans, you're supposed to be praying for the rest of your life. You're supposed to be begging your God to come and deliver you from poverty without working for it, without you being given what is rightfully yours. This has to stop. Where is that land? That is my question to Kagame. And even to Ruto. You allowed Indians to be part of our community or part of our so-called ethnicity or whatever they are calling themselves. Their number, I don't know, 47, 40 whatever, I don't know, and I don't care. But where's that land that you're giving to all these invaders that the black people have not been getting? Why is it that we've been having children on the streets begging every single time? Man, you guys, if you walk on town, you walk on the street, you see the confidence children have. It's a young baby, but mtu yako na confidence ingine iko 100 end, because they're already used to the street lives of begging. Like you'll find a kid on the street and they'll capture you. And I was so annoyed that was on Saturday. I was annoyed. I was just like, it's a baby, but I'm just like, no, I cannot. I was really annoyed. I was in the streets. Then there's this kid who comes and holds my hand and he insists, Auntie, nataka pesa. Auntie, I want money. And he's really shaking me. You know, I'm walking and he's really shaking. I'm like, Sina si leo. And I don't walk with cash. Literally nowadays, nobody walks with cash. So you want to give someone your phone? You won't donate your phone? But I was really pissed off because one, the first time I remember when I saw the street children, I cried. Secondly, it pisses me off. It's something that has always pissed me off, seeing children on the streets. Always, it has always pissed me off. Now you make it worse. We have crackers out of nowhere, full of lice in their hair. God damn it. Who are we even allowing our continent? Do you even know the animals we're inviting in the continent? I mean, did you guys see the video I shared on WhatsApp? These people brushing their eyes full of lice and disgusting bullshit. What is this? I mean, shout out to all the black women who sleep with mzungus. You allowing a white dick inside you, bitch, you got a confidence. I'm sorry to curse, but yeah, you got a confidence. Because what the? For the sake of money, for the sake of Dubai, for the sake of iPhones and bullshit. Anyway, my question is, where's the land to give these people? Because the situation that we see on our streets every single day, we have the Africa Climate Summit. So you mean if you're going to be having rain, these people on the streets are not going to be taken care of, but we have Africa Climate Summit. Okay, so since we have Africa climate situations, you know, how have you programmed yourselves on saving people who are on the streets in case of flood, in case of fire, like we saw in Maui? Whatever is happening in Maui, the residents, those people are so heartbroken because of all these so-called, you know, it's a coincidence. All planned coincidences. We gotta be better. But my question to Kagame is, and to, of course, all these despot leaders, where is that land you're going to give these people? Because I want it too. I'm born in poverty, been living in poverty. I've been trying to acquire a land, rather maybe my parents, but it has been impossible because, I'm Kikuyu, because this land is Kisi's, because this is Luo's, because this is bullshit Kalenjins. To hell with your tribe. To hell. To hell with your tribe. I don't give up. To hell with your tribe. I want my piece of land, because if I'm to go back to history, proven history, my ancestors, which is me coming back to reclaim that land, had a very huge piece of land. So there's no way I should be living in poverty. But I see Sister Joy is saying, no, Joby, they are white Neanderthals, European people from Caucasian mountain range, the dirt poor country of Albania, and the economic refugees sent to seek better life in Rwanda. Call them again. I want you to give them actually a better name, Sister Jewel. Like yesterday, Joe Mosquito, big up to you, Manzi. Joe Mosquito gave us a name yesterday. Can't even recall. I can, but it was yo. Yeah. You need to reconstruct the sentence. Neanderthals, European people from Caucasian mountain, from the caves. You know, poor, dirty, smelling, stinking, and everything. I can't stand crackers. I swear. I so swear. I cannot. I can't. I can't. I never thought it was gonna get into me this way, but yo, I can't. I didn't know this is gonna like really, really get into me like that. I mean, I know I've grown up with not being, you know, all over the white people, all dashed about the white people and everything, but still the least and the most I've known. Don't touch me, you know? Don't. Oh, you look, no, don't touch me. Recessive genes. Come on. You better. But anyway, I see Keith is saying that John Magufuli, of course, and you're saying exactly 100%, Joby, they destroyed our image when you help African people. Exactly. They come here, and you know the funny part is, and copy and paste this. These people, if you go to every African country where they have been accepted, well, these people come, everywhere they go, they're full of chaos. This is what I've understood. Chaos. I don't know which life I've lived, but sometimes there's some images that flash in my head about these crackers, and it's just chaos, you know? with the history I know of Black people and how we used to live, I still don't know where it came from, because these people are just full of kills. They'll come to Africa, we'll accept them, they'll settle. We'll actually even show them our traditions. We'll show them our ways of living, probably. We'll invite them to our cultures. Because there's a video I saw on TikTok, and that woman was so angry. That woman was so angry when she saw some Black brothers. I don't know if it's in which part of Africa, but it looks like they look like Maasais, but it's not really Maasai. But anyway, they're Africans. So it was some African brothers. Then there was these Neanderthals who had come to the continent. Then I think, the way they come here, of course, we love him. We invite him. We're going to tolerate them. We're going to show them the way. So they were recording the video of how they are eating with the African brothers, like the Neanderthals and the African brothers. And the reaction of the video was a Black lady. And she was like, this is what we're talking about. I don't know if I can find it, but that's what she said. This is what we're talking about. We are so welcoming. We show these people every goddamn way of living. Wash your hands before you eat. Do this before you do this. Do this. This is the right way you do it. This is the African way. But they'll still disrespect you. Do you know what? They'll still disrespect you. And that's what the quote I read yesterday. When I said, I can't really remember it clearly, but I translated it just in a simple way, and I said, Asante apunda ni mateke, like the appreciation of a donkey is always kicks. And that is what exactly they do. They are the donkeys. You show a donkey, this way you're gonna drink water, but the appreciation is gonna be kicks. And that's what the crackers serve us. Disrespect. And now we want to allow them. We are allowing what to come in our continent. What? You guys. I don't know if it's me seeing weirdo shit in my TikTok, apart from just also getting informed. But every day I'm bumping into a video of just a cracker full of lies. You bump into one video, you're going to find like majority of them. You're always going to see them in your feeds. I bumped into one and I can't stop seeing them. And I think I did the worst mistake by sharing. Now I can't stop seeing them. These people are full of lies. Lies. Like, god damn. I didn't know it was this much apart from just what Google shows on the images, Like they just have fine everything, and you can just see some small little lies and everything. Thank you for the gift. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate. It's really insane. But anyway, Joel is also saying that's how the British colonized Africa the first time, by sending in their poor to occupy other people's lands and their own. And it's even gonna be way worse if Kagame, this coon on our screen talking about what if this person has not taught the people not to even have any intercourse, any sexual related relationship with these people, it's over for us. If you can remember for our discussion yesterday, what we were talking about, Keith was explaining to us the agenda that was to happen in Zimbabwe. Was it Zimbabwe, Keith? Yeah, that Chinese who won the election. If Rwandese have not been taught this, then invite our African indoctrinated minds. It's going to be bad. We're going to have a bunch of mulattoes. A bunch of mulattoes. But anyway, we continue. You're saying that that's how the British colonized Africa the first time, by sending the poor to occupy other people's land as their own. The army troops are sent to protect them from the indigenous natives people. We are protecting what? Do you know how stupid that sounds? Do you know how crazy, delusional, insane, and every name, hypothetical? Do you know how this is terrorist? Do you know this is terrorist? This is terrorism being allowed in our country. You come, you invade, and you still bring your troops to protect you against my own existence in my own continent. African people need to wake up. Someone has to be slapped in the face. Someone needs to be woken up and be reminded this is the continent of Black people, not white people. Someone needs to be woken up, okay? You need to be woken up. I don't know. You need to be woken up. Man, because there's just a lot that is waiting for us, and African people, we way behind to catch up. If you're especially not informed and programmed by the daily TV, you is gone. You are gone. But anyway, Kid says that was Gabon Joby, but it's for all African Joby. That's the plan to take over the African continent. Of course, you heard what they said about Kenya, the land of the white man. Bullshit. Come try me. Come try me. I swear, I think it's even if only if I could, if there's a way I could inherit a land, or if I knew I would inherit a land from my dad or maybe my mom, and then in a situation you're gonna be facing these crackers with all this information we know, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a war. It's gonna be a war. But anyway, I also see Joel saying that Neanderthal knuckle dragged. That's it. I love it. Listen, Neanderthal knuckle dragged troglodyte. Troglodyte. People who lives in the holes underground, aka underground caves, and that's on period. That's on period. Give them the names they deserve. Enough of thinking these people are humans and they can't even. We're the humans right here, dealing with the wrong group of people. Let me just play this a little bit. I think I'll share the rest of the video on WhatsApp for those who love to continue with what our dear Kagame is telling us. All I'm going to say is, in conclusion of this video, wherever you are as an African person, you're bumping into this as a replay, you're bumping into the video itself, don't pick any information of these people who have done being despots, speaking any positivity about the continent right now. Go back to history, trace how many people have died because of Kagame, because of Museveni, because of Uhuru, because of Buhari, because of Jacob Zuma, Nelson Mandela, all these despots of this continent who have lived, who have been, and they come and tell us any type of speeches. We know we did wrong. We are being told we were doing this. Did you speak to us? We have employed you. Did you talk to us, the majority of the people? You are dealing with the lesser. You're dealing with the minority controlling you. Literally, we're dealing with the minority. The minority are controlling the majority. Is that even making sense? I mean, it's clear we are the majority, but the minority have been controlling us. That shit is not even making any goddamn sense. It's not making any sense. Then you come here and tell me, I was groomed. I did what I had to do. But now I'm sorry. We don't need no apology. Your time is up. Okay? You've been claiming there's Jesus in heaven. Let's take you there for free. All right? Lots of bubble gums and disappear. We forget if we ever had any type of calamities because of you, because we're willing to take our continent the right direction. That's how simple it is. There's no way you can be having people with less IQ, people who have nothing, looking down upon us. The gods. We are gods, and someone is looking at you like, better get the fuck out of my face. You say that you're so smart. That is Chris. I might be white, but I love your wisdom. It's so true. Thank you. I'm glad that the fact you really do agree with me, because most of the people come here and this is like, it is crazy. But what I'm gonna say for African people, we need to wake up. Facts are facts. And like the guy saying here, we also had the white guy yesterday, the video I was sharing on the Africa Today show yesterday. He said it. We've been stealing from the continent for the longest time. It's a high time You'll have to worship us. You will have to bow down. You will have to give Black people the respect they have been demanding for the longest time. Young or an adult, teenage or unborn, okay? You're gonna give Black people the respect they have been demanding. I was reading, there was a video I was watching about monopoly. There was this Black lady who was speaking about monopoly. I'll share it on the Africa Today show and all that. How Black people have been monopolizing, but I'll come with the straight facts. I don't want to give anything, not sure, but yeah. It's a high time we demand the power back in our hands. Unity is the first key. And this is why I said personally, if really Niger, or if it was possible, these other African juntas who have been able to take over the continent, if it was possible for them to also take over the rest of the continent, if we, the majority, because we are the people who want the change, right? We are the ones who are asking for the change, right? Then we need to support these people. If they come here and tell us like, hey, Kenya, we've seen you dealing with Ruto and he's about to take you into the most polluted and killing you guys because of the carbon emission, we need to say yes. If he asks, are you ready for a change? Are you willing for me to take over and do this? We're going to say yes. Huh? You're saying that if it were possible, not was. Excuse me. Okay. Teacher or Mr. English, JT. Hi. Thank you for the correction. You understood what I said, though. If it was possible. And I'm not speaking if it were. You're speaking in future. If it were. I'm speaking about right now. Okay? That's called manifesting and affirming. But anyway, I see Joe is saying that Joby something is something in the Neanderthal historically practices at the lady of the Mauritian toasting the coffin juice of Faley Hungerford Castle. I didn't get that correctly. Castle Joby is disgusting. Share it with me on WhatsApp kindly. I didn't get that correctly. I'd love to see what's that about. I didn't get that correctly. Kindly, Sister Jewel, if you can share it with me, the more information on the WhatsApp group, and I'll check it out if you can. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'm coming to the end of today's shows, and that was my discussion for today. I want to say asanteni sana to everyone who has been with me, and to all our amazing gifters, followers, and yeah, JT Karibu Sana. Usikuja na fujo hapa. Just come slowly, you know. Come slowly. But yeah, much love, family. I hope you guys have learned a thing or two. And to our African people, I hope you pick information that these despots try to tell you. Even Ruto, he might be speaking about visas, or we see the positive side. They try to cover the positivity with the most that they are doing, the damages. And we need to understand that the damages are much more than just the positive, little positivity they try to speak on these mainstream controlled medias. But yeah, much love, family. Asanteni sana. Thank you, Chris, for tapping the screen. And of course, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate you so much. And of course, for understanding what, we are going through. And yeah, for being part of this amazing network. I hope you shall come back and we shall be having much more discussions. We have different shows aired from 8 a.m. till 11 p.m. So you can check out. Next, we shall be having K2, the African Diary. And then we have the Black King's Frequency with HR, the messenger himself, and Kamlesh. So check it out and see what's up. But much love to all our amazing people on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and those who shall be catching this on a replay. Asanteni sana, and I hope you enjoy. Leave a sentiment, a comment regarding what you've spoken about or what you feel. And I do appreciate for those who do leave their comments behind. And asanteni sana. Much love. See you guys when you see me. Tonight, of course, remember, no Africa Today show. It's for the culture show. Be updated. Come back. We shall be having an amazing time with Kamlesh from 8 till 10 p.m. Amazing jams. And of course, with our silly discussions and much more sense. Hi, So unakuja nafuta na kuna comment. Wewe usinizoe. But thank you so much for tuning in. Much love, family. See you guys when you see me. I see Chris is saying I look forward to the next show. Thank you so much. Niko fit to go kwaze.